This will be a year to remember. Player 1 by Sam Brown.
The new year is shaping up to one of the most memorable for fans of military computer simulations in recent memory. A slew of eagerly awaited projects have either arrived in early access or are slated for release over the coming months. It promises to be a year to remember. First cab off the rank for 2026, to the delight of the World War II Pacific War naval fans, was the hardcore tactical simulation Task Force Admiral from Microprose Software's Dry Dock Dreams games. The game has been in development for years and entered early access in late January to overwhelmingly positive reviews. It is an incredible simulation of carrier combat across the vast Pacific Ocean, boasting amazing graphics, nail-biting decisions, and as close to real carrier operations as possible. The early access has a limited selection of scenarios and ships, but the game has immense potential and will be fleshed out over the next 6 months. The second eagerly awaited game release in January was another Microprose Software title, the ancient warfare masterpiece Strategos. The game, also in early access, is being very positively reviewed by just about all who play it, with a responsive developer making continual improvements. Strategos is being described as a hardcore simulation of ancient warfare, where it sticks as close to reality as possible by placing great emphasis on morale, good tactics, and meticulously researched battle dynamics in deciding outcomes. Like TFA, it has immense potential and will only grow over the years. Still in development, but impatiently awaited by aficionados of flight combat simulation, is Combat Pilot, scheduled for release second half of this year. Filling a long-lamented vacuum, Combat Pilot is a hardcore study-level simulation of World War II Pacific air warfare, modelling to an exhaustive degree all the major combatants of the early Pacific War. Combat Pilot will place pilots on either the Japanese or US naval carrier flying fighters, dive bombers, or torpedo planes. The regular updates by developer Entropy Aero show amazing graphics, deep systems, and a live environment in which to fly and fight. This is going to be one to keep a close eye on as it nears release. The other combat flight behemoth on the horizon is IL-2 Korea, the next generational leap for the venerable IL-2 Sturmovik series that has for years been the mainstay of the World War II hardcore flight sim crowd. It is expected to be released in some form this year, according to the developer. IL-2 Korea represents a massive leap in technology, graphics, system dynamics, and gameplay over the original IL-2 title, as well as moving the series from the Eastern Front to the Korean War struggle between UN and Communist forces. IL-2 Korea promises a new, golden era of hardcore flight simulation. Fans everywhere are watching closely. Complementing these large releases are a slew of smaller, interesting titles in development, which will be released in some form or another during 2026. Bracers, Battleship Commander, placing the player in command of a German World War II battlecruiser in the North Atlantic, is one. Fans are also hoping to see something in 2026 from Microprose Software's hardcore B-17 Flying Fortress, the Bloody 100th. But either way, if the latest early access releases are anything to go by, 2026 is already shaping up to be a bumpy year for military computer simulation on the sea and in the air.
About Sam. Sam Brown is a Warrandyte writer with journalism, military, and Commonwealth agency experience. He loves history and has been playing computer simulations for more than 20 years. This story was read by Rebecca Rose and James Poyner.